What's going on, guys? Welcome back. It's Hal. Today we'll be going over the Carbuncle 3-star battle fight, whatever you want to call it, Esper guide. We're going to be doing that. So let's get into it. We're going to bring you what you need to know about the fight, what you're going to be encountering in this particular battle. There's two ways to go about it at the end, and all that fun stuff. The AI of the fight, all that fun stuff. So Carbuncle is a beast, level 99, 30 million HP, 100,000 MP. 900 attack, 9,999 defense, 450 magic, and 3,000 spirit. He's neutral to everything except for holy and dark. He absorbs holy damage, so leave that at home. Okay, go ahead and bring dark element, but just a little bit of dark element, okay? Then he's got status, ailment, resistance to everything. He's immune to gravity and death. He's immune to defense break, so you cannot do physical damage to this guy. He's at 9,999 defense, and it will not ever change. But he's vulnerable to attack, magic, and spirit break. So we'll go over his skills here, kindly laid out for us. It's been a long day. Ruby Light reflects all spells to the caster. Healing Ruby restores 1.5 million HP. Ruby Mischief will give someone on your party reflect. Look out for that. Ruby Flash, 1.2 times multiplier, non-elemental magic damage. Ruby Sparkle, 1.35 multiplier, non-elemental magic damage with a 50% light debuff, okay? Skip the metamorphosis for now, and dark powers running wild, as well as the light has been destroyed by darkness. We'll skip those, we'll get to those in a second. Searing Light, light magic damage 1.5 multiplier, light magic damage, okay, so it's holy element. Searing, light over, light magic damage 1.75 or 1.7 multiplier to all enemies. Also holy element there. Banish Good 2.3, light element there. Silence Good, Confuse, Stop, and Death. So you need to have immunities to at least Confuse, Stop, and Death in this fight. You can get away with not having Silence immunity if you're not using anyone that casts magic. Alright. Now Metamorphosis will be used for face changing. You don't have to do that though. We'll go through the light, and then we'll talk about the strategy where you just stay in the light mode for forever, okay? Conditional attacks. He's going to start with Ruby Light. He's going to put that reflect on himself at the start of the fight, and he's going to do the light spark changing, dark powers running wild. Kind of gives you a tip that you can mess around with his dark weakness there. 60%, 40%, and 20% HP. He's going to use Healing Ruby, okay, which is a self heal at 1.5 million health. Now light mode has 10 actions per turn, okay. He's going to use Ruby Light, Ruby Sparkle, Banishka, basically. So he's going to have a mix of non-elemental and light elemental, both single target and AoE magic damage. He is also going to have access to Stop and Confuse during Phase 1. No death in Phase 1 or in light phase. Okay. Outside of that, under 50% HP, he's going to put Reflect on one of your party members. So if you try to heal them, it's going to reflect off of your party member. And under Carbuncle, you'll heal Carbuncle for like 2,000 instead of your friend unit. So look out for that. He does not do any normal attacks, so he does no physical damage at all in light mode. He also does no physical damage in dark mode. To get it to switch to dark mode, you have to hit him with 2 dark elemental attacks over 2 turns. So 2 turns in a row, basically, or 2 turns period with dark elemental attacks. This can be a dark elemental weapon, dark elemental spell, dark elemental ability, okay? Now, if you want to stay in light mode, what's the strategy? Pretty simple. You want to bring a light resistant AoE magic tank. So like Mistay, Chow, Bosch, Shilt, whoever you want. You want to have light elemental 150% after buff. So he does do the 50% light in peril. That's why you want to hit 150% after buffs. So maybe get like 80% light elemental resistant on your AoE magic tank through gear and espers and stuff. Slap Carbuncle. That's 50% right there with Carbuncle equipped. You need 30% more from gear, and then like a 70% buff from like whoever you want to use with a 70% AoE light elemental buff. You can hit the 150 with just gear if you want to, but you don't need to. If you do that, that's great. Then you need to bring Stop resistance and Confusion resistance. If you're using Mistaya as your AoE magic tank, she has Clear Mind already. That's got Stop and Confuse resistance. You're good to go. No death in this mode, so you don't got to worry about that. So now that you have your defenses taken care of, you can take no damage, basically, at all. That's why it's such an easy way to do it. But you have to bring a fixed damage attacker. So you can bring Setzer. We'll load Beast Killer up on Setzer, give him like an elemental weapon to match whoever you're going to have chain for them. For Setzer to chain finish on. So maybe bring like 2 Lexus, right? If they chain with Tornado, Tornado does 50% wind down resistance. Put like a dagger that's wind elemental on your Setzer, load him with Beast Killer, and just throw double dice at him. You'll do that until the boss is dead. He's going to do no damage to your magic tank. As long as you keep your stop and confusion resistance up, you don't have to worry about those. And you just plink him down until he's gone. It's going to take you a little bit, but you really can't lose with that strategy. So if you want to do the other strategy, which is quicker but more gear dependent, you can use 2 dark elemental attacks to force him to swap to dark mode. So let's go over to dark mode now. I'm just going to swap over, and he's going to give himself a 100% magic buff, but a minus 99% spirit break. This is going to break that 3,000, I think it is, spirit that he has. Destroy it. It's going to destroy. He's going to have almost no spirit, so you can do a lot of damage here with your mages, your hybrid Frivias that are stacking magic, your Leelas, all that fun stuff. You're going to be able to do a lot of damage this way. And he's going to stay in dark mode for 3 turns, then he's going to go back to light mode, and you're just going to rinse and repeat. So while he's in dark mode, he uses Searing Light every 3 turns above 60% HP. Under 40% HP, he's going to use Searing Light every 2 turns. Now, other skills he doesn't get access to here is Death, so you're going to need someone with single target provoke, okay, because you can provoke this. Put a safety bit on them, put a Genji shield on them. You can have your Mistay do this as well if you want to. You have to throw like our boy Golem, but then if you put Golem on her, it's going to be harder for you to get that light resistance. So just have someone with single target provoke, 100% chance preferred, and then put a safety bit or a Genji shield on them. That way the death comes out and you're just immune to it, you're good to go. He's going to cast Ruby Flashes, Ruby Sparkles, Banish Guz, Silence Guz, all that fun stuff. Nothing insane. He's just going to have that 100% magic buff. You don't want to dispel him, because if you dispel him, you're going to get rid of that 99% spirit break. You don't want to go about doing that. Now, so what you do, you just set up your buffs, all your fun stuff in light mode, and then when you're ready to transition to the dark mode, you have your provoke up on your death immune guy, you have your confusion resistance, you have your stop resistance, you have your AoE magic cover up, maybe put re-raise on your AoE magic cover tank if you want to be sure that you're not going to die there. You're going to swap him over into dark mode. He's going to dispel all of the stuff that you had on him, and he's just going to have a 99% spirit break. You can imperil him and then just rack him with damage for 3 turns. If you can kill him within that time span, great, good to go. That's the fight. If you don't kill him, he's going to go back into light mode and just kind of do a little dance again in light mode where he doesn't really do any damage, and you force him going back into dark mode again, and just rinse and repeat that until you've won the fight. So that's what you need to bring. Nothing super insane, no like dodge for this fight. You just need to have light resistant magic tanks, some magic damage dealers, and that's just where you need to go from there. If you don't have the magic damage, but you do have the Setzer and you want to go for the long strategy, the long haul, you can do it that way, and you can almost be assured of victory as long as you're keeping all your buffs up and all of that fun stuff. So we're going to rush in. I'm going to show you the team that we brought, and I'm going to comment over that because, yeah, we recorded it, but we didn't have any audio. So we're going to post audio it, and it should be all right. It should be fun. It's not a long fight because we went the dark mode route. So hopefully we can see you guys on that. All right, so we're in here. I'm going to go over my team real quickly. I just have Maritime Nicole set up as I had him set up for Golem. Nothing insane here. I didn't change any of his gear. Doesn't really need to be in this battle. He's not doing anything interesting. I don't need a light resistance buff or anything like that. A 9S is here strictly to absorb the death attack with Golden Provoke plus Moogle Plushie with Safety Bit. And then he's got a Demon Axe equipped as a dark elemental weapon, so he can peg Carbuncle a little bit to do that dark damage to force Carbuncle to go into dark form. We are going to do the dark form guide this way just to show you guys how he is in dark form. I don't have Diablos on anybody because I've already done that mission. If I needed to do it, I just throw it on someone else like CG Nicole and then go ahead and get Confuse Resistant everyone some other way. I have Leela set up with Beast Killer everywhere. Beast Piercer is a quest item actually with 50% Beast Killer, so I have that on her. It's from like defeating 4 Shuriba Beastmen or something in one of the newer areas. Demon Horn is an old event item. Outside of that, nothing super insane on her there. If you haven't figured it out, yes, this is dubbed over an old recording, so have fun with that. You know, we're hanging out. Chao set up here. He's got 160% light resistance. That's the mainly important part. He's 640 spirits. Okay, that 13,000 HP. Don't be scared of that. You don't need nearly that much amount of HP. Mistay is actually better in this fight than Chao is because she does have access to Clear Veil, what is stop in confusion resistance as well. So you can bring Mistay as your tank, give her 150% light resist after buffs, right? You can use a light resist buff, and then throw Clear Veil up, and then have someone provoke the death, and you won't be hit by any of those status ailments. at all in this fight. We won't have to worry about anything of that nature. So we're going to head in here. It's going to be cool. We're going to try to do some fun stuff. But basically, TLDR this fight, get your cover up, turn 1, turn 2, you need to have stop resistance and confusion resistance up, and then just break their magic, and then you don't have to worry about death actually until phase 2. So what you're going to do here is just going to poke the boss a little bit, keep your defenses up, and you'll be okay at the end of the day. So we'll do this here. We'll speed it up. It's a 6-turn process for me to get into the dark phase. Basically, I go Chow cover, the next turn Chow does stop resistance, and then Chow just kind of hangs out. 9S is going to rotate between breaking and provoking, basically. And then Mary Temperatrice Nicole is pretty much here. He's got a little bit of buffs, yes, this is true, but he's also here primarily just to use the confusion resistance on Lakshmi. And then what we do with Leela here is pretty interesting. The 2 turns before we proc Carbuncle to go into dark phase, we're going to imbue ourselves with both fire and lightning imbue. Okay, you normally don't want to have double element on a single character because you traditionally only have 1 in peril, right? So if you have a fire lightning attack but the boss only has fire weakness, you're not getting the full benefit of that fire in peril or that fire weakness because you're a fire thunder attack. So if someone has like 50% fire weakness and you have a fire thunder attack, well, you're really only doing 25% bonus damage there. But luckily for us, we have a way to imbue and imperil both fire and thunder, so this is going to allow us to not lose any damage on the imperils, and then also build the chain multiplier bonus up a little bit faster due to the fact that we are going to be elemental chaining 2 different elements, which lets us build the chain a decent amount faster. So we're going to speed this up a little bit. These 5 turns are going to go by pretty fast. I won't make it blitzing speed for you here, but we're just going to rotate, cover, stop resist, confusion resistance, and magic break, and then we're going to get 9S to smack the boss every once in a while with his auto attack to do that dark damage. And you're going to see Carbuncle get a little angry as a little darkness comes out inside of Little Fox Man. All right. Sure that I need provoke up on 9S because Carbuncle is going to go into dark mode after the end of this turn, and he's going to cast death, so I need to provoke up so I can absorb it with the safety bit. Make sure I have all my buffs up. I'm going to use double Nyiden with Leela. She's going to get amped up, ready to triple cast Heaven's Shift next turn. So we're just making sure we have confusion, stop resistance, and AoE cover up with provoke ready to go. All those fun things. Now, so Carbuncle here, he got smacked by that Dark Axe. Dark Power is going to be running wild. Carbuncle is going to get 100% magic bonus here, like we talked about in the AI, and a 99% Spirit Break. So he's going to do a decent amount more damage. Now, he's not doing like 30 damage anymore, he's doing like 600. But still, at the end of the day, nothing super insane. We only have like 800 Spirit After buffs. That's pretty high, but we only have like 600 from gear. You can hit that decently easily if you've been playing the game for a decent amount of time. So we're going to go through here real quick. This is going to be okay. Chow's going to be taking some beatings, but he's going to be alright. He took around like, what was that, 6,000? So if you have like an 8,000 or so HP tank or something around there, you should be more than okay. That turn right there is the hardest hitting turn because he takes all of his debuffs off. He has no magic break on that turn. You will only have a magic buff. So if you can't survive it, you can just put re-raise on your tank and you'll be okay because he'll die, he'll come back. You put cover back up and he'll be alright after that because you could then magic break Carbuncle. So what we're going to do here is we're going to see how much damage we can do with triple Heaven Shift. You have 3 turns to defeat the dark mode of Carbuncle before it goes back to the light mode. If you can't beat him within those 3 turns, do not worry. Nothing insane happens after that. All that happens is you just go back to the light mode stuff again. Carbuncle won't be doing nearly as much damage to you. It's going to be like phase 1 all over again. So you just finagle around, keep your stop resist up, your confusion resist up, and then force him back into dark mode one more time. So we're going to see how much damage we can do here with the Heaven Shifts. So now it's turn 7. We're going to see exactly what we need to do here. And notice that my spirit buffs have fallen off. So we're going to go ahead, put some spirit buffs up. We should be okay after that to do some damage. We're going to Fortune Stance because we don't need attack and magic on this team. We're going to see how much we can do here. We need to put our imperils back up. Luckily, 9S has both a fire, lightning, and wind imperil all on one skill. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So we're going to have the fire and lightning imperil to go with our fire and lightning imbue on our Leo. So we're going to be able to double elemental chain and not lose damage on it due to equivalent imperils. Once again, super important that you're able to do that. Now we're going to see, I'm talking, I don't know how much damage I'm going to do. I think we might be okay though. I think I'm also explaining the imperil thing that I just talked about several times. Very important. Don't do like a Holy Ice Orlando with only Holy Imperil. Don't do it. So we're going to go in here. We're going to triple cast Heaven Shift. And I do think that Carbuncle is too far away to do a perfect chain with Leela. Even if you do animation canceling. But we're going to try here. We're going to try our hardest to see if we can get a perfect chain off right here. See how much damage you can do. We've got the animation cancel off. And this boy, this fox. Oh, can we get the second? Can we get the second? We do get the second one. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And it won't let me animation cancel anymore, but he's already gone. And that's fine. If you don't beat him in the 3 turns, it's alright. You have more than enough time to go back in the late phase, rinse and repeat. You don't even have to do the late phase thing. If you don't want to do the dark phase thing, go ahead, do the sets or cheese. It's going to take you a little bit of time, but it's like a 0% failure rate if you have the proper tank setup. So that's going to be it for this one, guys. If you want to see future content, go ahead, hit that sub button. If you want to see previous content, check out the playlist section for the Golem guide, all that fun stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one.